Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Embrace the Experience, part of the Todos Somos Toastmasters channel. I am your host, Violetta Rios from Division A, located in Monterrey, Mexico. And I want to start off by apologizing for not being on the air the last month. I had a couple of, let's call them situations, that required my attention, but I am back at full force. And to give myself closure and share something interesting with today's topic will be related to creating a legacy. No, I'm not thinking about death at this moment, but as we all know, being a part of Toastmasters is not something that perhaps we might not think of being a forever part of our life. Some do, others don't. But what matters is, what did you do during that time that you dedicated yourself to Toastmasters? And that, my friends, is exactly what we will talk about today. What is a legacy? So I grabbed two dictionaries, and the definition of legacy is A, something received from an ancestor or predecessor, or B, a gift that is handed down from one person to another. Something that we learned from someone in the past, and we in the future continue carrying on with that tradition. And we are part of Ralph Smedley's biggest legacy. I don't know if he imagined the impact he would have in many people's lives after the first session that he organized at that YMCA. If he did, he was a great visionary. But if he didn't, I hope that we continue making him proud of what he did so many years ago. So first things first, the most important thing be to discover what would you like to be remembered by. We all have different skill sets. We're good for many different things. Some have the desire to be remembered as a great speaker or a champion of public speaking. Others would like to be remembered as great evaluators, those that gave the most effective and precise feedback ever. Others want to go for the gold, but not just the gold inside a club. They want to be remembered as the international champion of public speaking. Being remembered as a good leader, someone that led a club, area, division, district, or our complete organization to success, growth, and development. My personal favorite, to be remembered as a supporting member. Someone that had a great contribution to a member's life and helped him become the leader, the communicator, or the person they never thought they could be. What is the purpose of a legacy? To leave a mark once you leave, outside of memories. Has it ever happened to you that you're sitting back in your club session and then you start remembering all the other members that have gone and left the club? Perhaps because they didn't renew, or perhaps because they moved from another city, or well, because they have walked a different path and Toastmasters is not part of their projects anymore. And to create change. Perhaps short-term, but we all aim for a long-term change. Those are the purposes of building a legacy. Now, building a legacy is not something that you just wake up one morning and say, today I will build my legacy. It's something that takes time, dedication. You have to have a vision. Define what you're good at. Define what you want to leave for the others in the future. You need to gather your resources. Who you will work with, how you will begin defining this legacy. And also, you need to begin with a design Creating a legacy is not something that's improvised. It needs a layout. You need to define your beginning stage, your maturing stage, and of course, the final delivery. You need to develop an infrastructure, your resources, how you will work, the different levels and stages of your design. The most important one is launching your project, bringing it to life, sharing it with others, starting to create an impact in that particular goal that you defined for yourself. With due time, with proper planning, and with a good team, you will begin to harvest your rewards. And I am certain that you will continue growing and going further because you will have that momentum that there has been growth. And when the time comes, you will eventually build a bridge and leave. Perhaps to another part of your career that you want to develop, or perhaps to continue with a different goal or a different project. But before you leave and cross that bridge, you have to make sure that you properly identify each and every single one of the stages to produce an effective outcome. Looking at the stages right now, doesn't it remind you of your high-performance leadership project? It's a great opportunity to do two things at the same time: build your own legacy and progress in your high-performance leadership project. But when should I start? Never leave anything for tomorrow. You need to start today. There are 3 ways you can become an inspiration for many others in the future. And there are 3 roles that I consider challenging, but at the same time, they are the ones that fulfill your career as a Toastmaster. Building a club is not easy, but finding that opportunity to build a new club is incredible. Be a sponsor. Every area needs to create 1 new club per term. Find those leads, create them, encourage others to help you build that club until you see it chartered. If you say that you're not good for hunting for those opportunities, but you're good at creating solid bases, then be a club mentor. Help that new club with their initial start. Help them become new Toastmasters that know exactly where they're going. Give them the direction that perhaps even you needed when you began your Toastmasters career. And if you're good at problem solving and you find a club that needs help, become a club coach. Helping a club redefine their direction, redetermining their goals, and becoming distinguished one more is not a simple task, but something that we all at one point need to face. If building a club or starting a new club is not your cup of tea, but you have other interests, then I strongly suggest, if you want to become the best speaker ever, start participating, start progressing, and start challenging yourself. No international winner has won by practicing once. Every one of them, if you talk to them, if you listen to them, have said they have spent endless hours practicing. And I remember being in Las Vegas watching Jock Elliott as he received his trophy as international champion of public speaking. And between the thank yous, he thanked all the clubs that had listened to his speech. Practice makes perfect. Perhaps you're not interested in being a great speaker, but you find yourself enriched by helping others. Then be a mentor. Help those new members, help those advanced members become better and more prepared Toastmasters. Believe me, these learnings go beyond their Toastmasters careers. They take these learnings to their professional lives and to their personal lives, which makes it even more impacting what you do. Basically, I still have trouble defining the difference between what I want and what I need, but I would like each and every single one of you to determine what is your purpose as a Toastmaster. If your purpose is only to learn and grow as a communicator, it's quite alright and everyone will respect that. If you're in Toastmasters because you want to learn to lead and take this experience to your workplace, you will eventually become involved in all of these different leadership opportunities, and you will find a perfect moment to create impact. Perhaps short term, perhaps an impact for a lifetime. But embrace those opportunities because they do not come always. And when the moment comes, sit back and watch your masterpiece grow and give fruits. And continue learning and growing. All of these leadership opportunities that we have in Toastmasters help us do both things at the same time. I personally consider myself a better mentor than a speaker. I have learned so much from my mentees. Pretty much more than they could have learned from me, I can guarantee you that. But I think that is my path. What is yours? Think about it. Give yourself 2 minutes. When the time comes for you not to be able to renew this membership that you have and enjoy, when you need to leave, what do you want to be remembered by? I love this quote by Chuck Palahniuk, which is, "We all die, but our goal is not to live forever. The goal is to create something that will." I think it's a great time to start working on those high-performance leadership projects. Thank you for listening. I promise I will be back in 2 weeks with another episode of Embrace the Experience, and you will only be able to watch it in the Todos Somos Toastmasters channel. Have a wonderful weekend.